What is happening, guys? Good morning and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be installing the Blitz Strut Bar and the Black Line Golden Wrench paddle shifters. It's gonna be a good one. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a coffee and enjoy the video. Alright guys, so to kick this one off, we're going to start with the strut bar, the front upper strut bar by Blitz. I'm going to have links to everything you guys see in this video down below, but this strut bar looks really, really dope. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to like the color when I saw it online, but now that I see it in person, I really do like it. It's a dark, dark red, like a cardinal red, and then the front bar is like this really cool textured, like dark gray. It's sick. It's got a really cool texture to it, and it's not like a black. It's like a very, very dark gray. And then you can tell by these, it's got like a really cool, dark cardinal red to it. I actually love the colors. At first, when I saw it online, I was like, I don't really like the red. My initial thought was maybe I'll just powder coat everything black, but now that I see it in person, man, I think it's gonna go really well in this engine bay. So they do give you a few things in the package here. This is the front bar, these are the two side bars, then obviously all the hardware, nice decal from Blitz. And then also they have the instructions. This is like straight up JDM, guys. Everything is in Japanese. But luckily for us, this is like a very easy install. As far as the torque specs go, it should be about 26.5 foot-pounds of torque. Just make sure you use a torque wrench. I'll have this one linked down below as well. I use this all the time in the videos. Fantastic torque wrench for the price. And then after we install the strut bar, we'll go ahead and hop into the golden wrench paddles. I really, really like these. They are an anodized aluminum. They're just black. I went with plain black shifters. Much more sleek, much more sporty, a lot larger than the stock ones. I think they're gonna go really well in the interior. I can already hear the comments. John, I thought you were getting a new steering wheel. I am 100% getting a new steering wheel. That just takes a little bit of time. It's being made over in the UK and then shipped to me. We got like a couple more weeks and that should get here, but you guys are gonna love it. It is a dope, dope steering wheel. I figured for now I might as well just go ahead and throw these paddles on. I really don't like the ones that are in there right now, and who knows, maybe it helps a little bit with the whole steering wheel assembly. As far as the install is concerned, I haven't watched any videos on how to install these. I'm just going to assume that it's probably a lot like a BMW. Seeing as how everything else on this car has pretty much been the exact same as installing the part on a BMW, I'm just gonna take a wild guess that the install for these is probably the same as a BMW. Anyways, I'm super hyped to get these on. Let's go ahead and start with the strut bar. So I just wanna show you guys where it mounts up. And the good thing is, clears the intake with plenty of room, which is awesome. I was a little bit worried about this intake with these, but got plenty of room. So these are the two mounting points. I'm gonna use this guy and this guy. It's actually kind of funny that the holes are there and nothing is even mounted to them straight from the factory. I have seen that some Supras, I think the A91s have strut bars there, but the great thing about this one is you have this piece and then you have the piece in the center right here that goes across. So you're just getting so much rigidity out of the front end by adding this. I think it's honestly gonna make a big difference. The fact that you're tying that strut to the front here and then across and then the front here into that strut, I think that's gonna tighten up the whole front end quite a bit. When we were doing the coils, I actually was looking underneath the car at like the sway bar as well, and that seems like it would be a pretty easy install. So I'm probably going to upgrade the sway bar for this car as well. Kind of like how I did on the M2, I had the H&R one on there. That made a really big difference to the front end. Anyways, these are two different sizes. You have these really long ones and these really short ones. So I believe they're only gonna go in one way. But basically, you've got these shorter guys right here, and the shorter guys go into these holes. So this one is already threaded, literally just screw it in. And then you have the longer ones, right, with these locking washers and these nuts. These are gonna be fed through the top like that, and then locked underneath with the locking washer and nut. So you will need to access the inside of this strut area, and bam, it's behind the wheel. So I think, let me try and turn the wheel and see if I can get back there. So you can get there, but it's tight. I think I'm gonna try and use this guy. It's a 12 millimeter. This kind of angle will be a lot easier than using like a socket, so. It looks so good, you guys. Wow. Dude, I'm so hyped about this engine bay. Like, this is really coming along. I got a few other cosmetic pieces coming that I think you guys are gonna really, really like. Not to mention, man, like this thing, damn, that thing is rigid. It really is just connecting the car's frame all the way across. Like, you can just tell. It's kind of like in the F80s and like the F82s, those carbon braces that come across. It's kind of like that. Like, it's mimicking that shape. This is also one of those things where I really want to be able to like pop the hood at car shows and be proud of what we've done in the engine bay. You know, even when it came to like the FTP charge pipe, a lot of people were asking why I did that, because the B58 doesn't necessarily need that for performance and stuff. For me personally, I really want to go all in on making this car just look really good, perform really well, and take it to car shows and just be proud of popping the hood and having the exterior match the engine bay and the engine bay match the performance. It's like a whole package kind of thing. I'm really hyped on this. Like, this turned out really good. All right, next up, let's put in these paddles. So what I do know is that on this car, just like the BMWs, you've got these little slits right here. See that slit right there? That is where we're gonna be putting a screwdriver in there and releasing the airbag. We do have to remove the airbag in order to do this. It's actually kind of a process. You gotta pull out the airbag, take apart some of this so you can access everything back here. We're gonna have to disconnect the battery. The Supra battery is back here. Oh, let me get rid of that. Supra battery is right underneath this. There is the battery. So we will just go ahead and take a 10 millimeter, release the negative terminal, place a rag underneath it, and then tie a rag through here so we don't accidentally close the trunk and lock ourselves out. These are never fun, any way you chop it up. The easiest way to explain it though is I ended up using this flathead. Stick it in the hole on the side, but you have to press down on the horn while you're doing it. Stick it in, you're gonna feel a little click, and then it'll pop out. Same thing with this side. All right, so behind the airbag, you've got a few connections. Let me go ahead and undo those real quick. There it is. Just got that white one that goes into this little guy here, and then the yellow one, and then that yellow one that was going into this guy right here. So we don't need this right now. We can set it aside so we're safe. 16 mil. You gotta get the main bolt off. This is Loctited in there, so a little bit of a pain to take out. Just remember when you put it back in, you gotta use Loctite. Oh, God. So yeah, that thing was definitely Loctited in there, man. That was insane. Got those two plugs out right there. Side note, do not spin this. Leave it exactly how it is. Be very, very careful with this. Next step is we've got two T20s, one in that corner, one in this corner. I'm gonna pull those out real quick. So before we actually pull out the paddle, you're gonna see one blue plug right there, one blue plug right there. I'm just gonna take my pick tool and pop these off. And then we should be able to pull out this entire paddle. So I'll start with this side, but I'll just show you how to do one side and you guys can kind of understand how to do both of them. There's a pin right there. You can see it, it's kind of small. Well, one side is larger than the other side. So you're gonna push that pin through with a pick tool, and then this whole assembly is gonna come out. And you're simply going to replace the silver part with the new black part. So now what we want to do, you have to be really careful when you pull this out. You're basically just going up like that, sliding it forward, and then moving the whole thing up, and it comes right out. So you should feel it click down a little bit. That means the pedal works. Same thing with the other side. All right, so we got everything plugged in. I'm just doing everything in reverse, right? Plugs, channels, got the screws. These feel nice. All right, guys, so reinstalling it's pretty straightforward. There's a notch at the bottom part of the steering wheel, and there's a notch on your stem right there. Just gonna line those notches up, reinsert it, grab yourself a little bit of Loctite. When it comes to torquing this, I believe the official torque specs are 46 foot-pounds of torque. And for the airbag, remember you got your 2 plugs. Line that up. I think y'all know what's next. Connect that battery and go for a drive. Looks a lot better. It's not great because this wheel, but looks a lot better. I do have to say though, these look a lot better. They also feel a lot better than those little plastic silver ones. Definitely helped out with the interior. You guys can do like carbon fiber ones from them. I think they have some other colors too, but I like to keep it simple. These black, I like them, man. They're really clean. This is just like a super clean setup in here. Yeah. Dude, these feel good. I forgot how big of a difference it makes when you upgrade the paddles like that. Oh, they're smooth. Yeah, these are legit, dude. I like them. These are super nice. They just look so clean in the all black. I think like that is definitely the move. All right, we got some twisty roads up here. Let's see how she feels. I mean, these KWs are always, oof. Oh, actually, you know what? Dude. I'm not even kidding. Like, I can actually feel it. Dude. Rails. It's on rails, you guys. This car feels so good. This definitely isn't for everyone. Like if you don't like a firm car, stiff handling, tight steering, this ain't for you. But I love, oh my God, it feels so good. This car feels so good, you guys. Oh darn, that feels good. Yeah, man, big hyped about it. Big hyped about all of it. Still gonna bring it down just a little bit. Check to make sure everything's good. Doesn't it look good? Man, it looks good. Nice and firm. This thing is rock tight, dude. Damn, that thing is impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect it to make that big of a difference. It definitely makes a difference. Well, you guys, that worked out. Huge shout out to Golden Wrench for the paddles. Love them, they're fantastic. Use code THICKWHIP for 10% off anything on their website. They got a bunch of cool stuff for BMWs, Supras. Go check it out. I'll also go ahead and leave the link down below to the Blitz Strut Bar. This thing is coming along, you guys. I'm getting really amped about this car. It is fun. This car is so exciting to drive. We got some really cool things on deck for this car in the near future. Stay tuned, it's gonna be fun. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video, hit that bell notification. Just like that, this video is over, and we're out.
I don't need emotion, no. Right now we young and we dumb and we lit. Been thinking back before when we was kids, yeah. I was caught up in the mission, yeah. And we live for the moment, respond to a calling. It's bigger than all of us, right to the wheels. Give anything to feel something new. High if I fall, no I did it going all in. At the time of my life, right for the squad. Lights through the fog, but we made it, yeah. I'll be good by the morning.